It was a story that my mom gave me a allowance once a month, and I had $120 left, and I went to Best Buy and I was praying that it was there. And when it
Okay.
was there, I was like, "This is my calling to make beats." And
Yes.
then I started making beats on the MTV generator,
Okay.
and I still have those same
Good.
beats to this day, still on tape.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, so and
Nice.
I'm self-taught.
Online. You should put them online. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. That's
that's how my background started. Then my brothers and my cousins, they used to rap and stuff, and my cousin was a producer. So I was like, hey, the legends are not here with us anymore, rest in heaven. And I was like, it's time for me to take over. Because I'm the only one off the neighborhood that's left.
yeah.
So
Yes. Yes. Love it. Um. Okay, so was there a specific, okay, you mentioned what you just mentioned, but was there like a specific moment, a person that you saw that you decided that you're gonna take it seriously? Not just playing around in your bedroom, but like, no, 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 let me get serious here. Was there a moment or an inspiration, or was it just your own motivation? Just the drive,
um,
just love what you do?
I'm going around about this dude named Noreaga the King, man. I
Yeah, I'm
heard
finna
that
pull him
he
up, man.
made
SoundCloud,
beats with
man.
one hand. People think that he a
He ain't
rapper,
no
but
rapper.
man, still making beats with one hand.
Ooh,
We
what's
gotta
this
check
right
this
here,
brother
bro?
out.
Let me listen to this.
One hand, deuce, struggle, struggle. I got, yeah. One hand, deuce, I got, yeah. Struggle. One hand, deuce, one hand, producer, struggle. One hand, deuce, one hand, producer.
Hi, welcome to the Acacia Hansen podcast slash Echo Beat podcast. Today we have the fabulous Noreaga. Ooh, Noreaga, the
Noreaga the King.
the king, king. Can you explain to us a little bit about what your name means?
Okay. Well, my nickname came from one day I was in the studio and I was trying to think of a producer name because I went by NK. So
Okay.
I'm like, I gotta think of a name. So my name is Norris and my last name is Kentel. So I was like, let me figure something out. So I just put Noriega the King. And then that's how
Eh,
that came about. And that was like,
eh,
wow. So
yes.
then I also so yeah, so that's how my name came into fruition when I was in my studio.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, can you tell us where you're from and a bit about your musical background or your background in the industry or anything like that?
Okay, well, I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, born and raised. I was raised on 22nd and right next to the old Milwaukee Mall in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's no longer in existence. Um, and my musical background is self-taught. I
Self.
mean, I had a cousin that started making beats on a MTV generator.
Okay.
And one day he came over and he was like, "Cuz, listen to these beats." And he had them on tape. I'm like, "How you get these on tape?" And then he told me about the generator, and it was a story that my mom gave me a allowance once a month, and I had $120 left, and I went to Best Buy and I was praying that it was there. And when it
Okay.
was there, I was like, "This is my calling to make beats." And
Yes.
then I started making beats on the MTV generator,
Okay.
and I still have those same
Good.
beats to this day, still on tape.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, so and
Nice.
I'm self-taught.
Online. You should put them online. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. That's
that's how my background started. Then my brothers and my cousins, they used to rap and stuff, and my cousin was a producer. So I was like, hey, the legends are not here with us anymore, rest in heaven. And I was like, it's time for me to take over. Because I'm the only one off the neighborhood that's left.
yeah.
So
Yes. Yes. Love it. Um. Okay, so was there a specific, okay, you mentioned what you just mentioned, but was there like a specific moment, a person that you saw that you decided that you're gonna take it seriously? Not just playing around in your bedroom, but like, no, 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 let me get serious here. Was there a moment or an inspiration, or was it just your own motivation? Just the drive,
um,
just love what you're doing, or
it was a motivation because I made my first beat on a cassette tape, and
yeah,
I made a whole maybe 90 minutes because back then cassette tapes was on like 90 minutes. So I
yeah,
made a whole mixtape, and I took it to high school and let my teacher listen to it. And she was like, I'll have it back to you in a day. And she didn't have it to me in a day. I
Okay.
was like, what's going on with this? And she had it for 2 weeks. I
Okay.
was like, I thought she had stole my beats and was giving them to people. So I was like, nah. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna believe that one. So she came back and she was like, "You're gonna be the next Master P selling beats out the trunk of their car." Because back then Master P was selling CDs out the trunk of his car. And I
Okay.
looked at him, I was like, and I was kind of like roll my, I was like, yeah, whatever, like, I mean, and then from that day on, I just started making mixtapes. I
Yeah,
was just making mixtapes on cassette tape, one keyboard, a track recorder,
nice.
and no, sorry, not a track recorder, karaoke machine, and one mic, and
Nice.
that was it.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice. 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 What was the first CD or tape or vinyl you bought with your own money that you listened to? Like
Um,
a real like a non-producer artist. It could be a singer, rapper. Who was the first we can get a depth of your musical?
Um, Tupac. I have to give it
Back.
to him. All
Okay,
start,
them beats are heavy as well. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
All Eyes on Me was a great album. Not the remastered version, but the one when he first actually got out of jail. Like when
Okay,
he got out, that that was the one that set it off for me. And I
okay.
was like, and I was inspired by like Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
all the great legends of the game, but I didn't want to sound like them. I wanted to sound totally different from every. In the game. So
Do you have a favorite producer?
Dr. Dre, Timberland,
Okay.
man, I mean the list can go on and
All
on.
in all, yeah, there's a lot of grades. I don't
Yeah,
want to
so
lie. There
yeah.
is, there is. Mm, can you list more of like your musical influences against? Because I'm trying to give people
Mhm.
a worded description of the sound of your music by making them link you up to different sounds while we're talking. Obviously, we're gonna play the music after, but is there anybody that in particularly like influence you or you look up to? Should I say that way?
Nobody in particular influenced me. I
Mm,
just went off the sounds that were in my mind. I
okay.
didn't have a certain genre I was looking for. I was just making beats.
Right.
It was more or less
Same.
the the music aspect of my kind of like my cousin who got me started. And I was listening to his beats, but then I was like, I gotta have my own lane.
Mm,
So that's basically my
original.
sound.
Yeah. If
My
you want to hear something
originality.
different, you heard it. If you want to hear something different,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Describe your creative process when it comes to making a track. Like, what software do you use? Do you flip through softwares? What do you do? Like, what's your process? Does the conception come in the mind and then you go to the studio, or do you start in the studio and start going da 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 da, and the idea comes, or like what is your process when, let's say, because I'm sure there's different types of process. Let's say I said to you, oh, I
Right.
need a beat in a week. In a week, I need a beat. What was the first thing you would do?
My process is more or less a thought process. My beats come from my mind. So
Okay.
when I'm in the studio, I'm just playing the melody. And if I start to like that melody, then I start to like that rhythm, that bass, then I just go with it. I don't have a particular artist or singer in mind for a track. It's just
Just do it
off
like,
key.
right, right,
Yeah.
right. Any advice what the best software is to use?
Right now, I don't use Pro Tools.
Okay.
I don't use
Magic Pro.
Fruity Loops. I use Music Maker 14. It's like an older software, and that was the first software I started with, and I'm still sticking with that to this day because it works for me. I
Yeah.
try not to go into new softwares because then I gotta learn this,
Mm,
learn that, and it's like no, I'm good where I'm at. As long as it can
right.
record,
Yeah.
right? As long as it can record, I'm cool on it.
That's
You
it.
know, um, my keyboards, I make all my beats off my keyboard. I used to use an MPC, but it was more or less, I like the feel, but I like to, feel my melodies when I'm playing them. So I'm basically hands on with those keys. Just going, you
Mm,
know.
yeah.
So when I get in that zone, that's the zone I'm in.
This is
You
nice.
know.
Bless,
Yeah.
bless. Um, Okay, like I wanted to ask you this question, which is first to start with, who would you collaborate again as an artist, dead or alive? Like right now, if you could pick up the phone and bring them from heaven or earth, like who would you want to jump on one of your tracks? Commercially,
Quincy,
commercially, commercially.
Quin-
Male and
Quincy.
female. Sorry, male and female.
Okay. Quincy Jones, Tupac, of course,
Tupac,
Biggie,
Biggie.
um, Easy E.
Easy.
I mean, it's a number of people I can name, but just
Yeah,
off the
those
top of
type
my
of
head right
artists.
now, those, yeah.
Female wise.
Female wise, Aaliyah, definitely
Yeah,
Aaliyah.
eh.
Man, it's so many. Ooh,
Mary J.
so
Blige,
many.
maybe.
Mary J. Blige.
Yes, yes.
Man, I mean, it's a lot for me.
That's a lot.
But
I need to represent the
yeah,
females too. That's all.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I definitely do. It's a lot of them that I would love to collaborate now and then in the past. So
Okay. All right. So the next question is like I like to say, where would you like to see yourself in the 5 to 15 years? But I'm gonna ask you in a way of what would your ideal final destination look like? Is it to spread your music so everybody gets to enjoy it? Is it monetary? Is it what is it like? What drives you in such a competitive industry to keep doing it on days that you don't feel like doing it, sort of thing? Like,
um,
is what is the driving force?
it's the motivation. It's the motivation of knowing that I'm a producer, that I've actually made it to my career,
Mhm.
and the legacy. I want to leave a legacy of just because you have a disability doesn't mean you can't be successful.
Right,
So
we
that
haven't
would be
spoken
my
about that
legacy.
because you're the one hand producer, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I am.
yes, yes. That's beautiful and very talented.
Yeah,
I listen to your music and I'm like, no way. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Thank
Mm. Um. Okay, so we're coming up to the eighth question now. So, what advice would you say to somebody stepping into the industry, whether it be a producer or an artist, etc., etc.? What is the most like if you had like three pieces of advice to give them, let's give it three, to give them a better entrance to things that you learned later knowing about the industry, from loving the
First,
art to want to take it in somewhere than loving the art. Yeah.
right. So first, I would tell the artist or producer that's stepping into the game, stay focused and consistent because when you stay focused and consistent, things will happen. You will succeed. Secondly, don't never let nobody tell you you can't do it. Just keep pushing, keep pushing. And thirdly, if you love music and you love what you do, stay passionate with it and just go hard, grind hard because it will definitely pay off.
Yeah, that's it. Beautiful advice. Beautiful advice. Can you share the most? I've got one more question after that because I want you to discuss any labels or affiliations that you're part of. But
Mm.
can you share the most memorable moment so far when it comes to music? Whether it was going to a concert, whether it was whatever. What's the most memorable thing you can say? Like, that I love music, like, and I got to experience it in that moment.
Um, Getting my music played
Yeah.
on Boss Lady radio show.
Hey,
That really just that was the moment where I was like
hey,
in shock when I actually heard my music and she actually played it. And
yeah.
big salute to Boss Lady radio show. I mean,
Tap in, tap in. Yes,
definitely.
she's
I
beautiful.
appreciate her so much.
Yeah,
So
she's
yeah, that was the biggest accomplishment right there. Getting
right.
it heard on the radio finally.
Finally, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And as far as labels and stuff like that, are you affiliated with any labels? Are you hoping to join labels or etc. etc.? I know a bit about your background, but I want you to be able to tell the audience. Yeah.
I'm affiliated with 25 Life Records,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm also signed. I'm signed to 25 Life Records also, and I'm also signed to BDM Beauty Danger Entertainment as of recently, and I'm
Okay.
also signed to 25 to Life. So shout out to the clan, shout out to
That's the
BDM,
plan.
making the movement. Let's get
Yeah. Okay. So it comes to the end of the interview, but I like to keep them short like this so that they can get a chance to listen to the music because this is more about presenting your art. But
Okay.
what I hope though is that you come back on the show as regularly as you can every time you got an update so we can become part of your journey. Because people that watch this show want the behind the scene of this journey. You know what I mean? Like if
Okay.
you mixtape come, we have a listening party. If you're whatever you're doing, I'd love to be part of it. I'm sure my audience will too.
Oh, most definitely. I'll definitely be back. I appreciate this opportunity. Most definitely. We can always collaborate. So
Yeah,
yeah.
God bless. Let me stop the interview here.
Again, it's on. I'm back with another banger, Noreaga the King, aka TOHP. Yeah. Once again, it's on. I'm back with another banger, Noreaga the King, aka TOHP. Yeah. Once again, it's on. I'm back with another banger, Noreaga the King, aka TOHP. Yeah. Once again, it's on. I'm back with another banger, Noreaga the King, aka TOHP. Yeah. Once again, it's on. I'm back with another banger, Noreaga the King, aka TOHP. Yeah. Once again, it's on. I'm back with another banger, Noreaga the King, aka TOHP. Once again, it's on. I'm back with another banger, Noreaga the King, aka TOHP. Yeah. Once again, it's on. I'm back with another banger, Noreaga the King, aka TOHP. Yeah. I'm going around about this dude named Noreaga the King, man. I heard that he make beats with one hand. People think that he a rapper. He ain't no rapper, man. Still making beats with one hand. Ooh, we gotta check right this here, bro. Out. Let me listen to this. One hand, deuce. Struggle. Yeah. One hand, deuce. Yeah. Struggle. One hand, deuce. One hand, producer. Struggle. One hand, deuce. One hand, producer. Pay attention, you is now rocking with your boy Noreaga the King on the beat again. Pay attention, you is now rocking with your boy Noreaga the King on the beat again. Pay attention, you is now rocking with your boy Noreaga the King on the beat again. Pay attention, you is now rocking with your boy Noreaga the King on the beat again. Pay attention, you is now rocking with your boy Noreaga the King on the beat again.